congratulations on being selected as the District Teacher of the Year.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so honored. I really am. I've only been here for a year, and I have been really impressed with the Frontier School System, and I've really enjoyed the kids a lot, and the faculty is amazing.
That's great to hear. Thank you. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just kind of wanted to hear about your teaching style and just kind of learn more about you. So we'll start with our first question. Describe your personal feelings and beliefs about teaching, including your own ideas on what makes you an outstanding teacher. Describe the rewards you find in teaching.
I teach special education, so for me, a lot of it is about working, like finding what makes each kid tick, and what are the things that we can do to help them see where their gifts are, and help them to work around or learn to accommodate for what their weaknesses are. So that's, for me, I think what makes it a successful special education teacher. I think the other pieces of that, and Frontier is so fantastic about this, is just working with the other teachers, the other regular ed teachers and administrators to help modify things to make kids be successful, help them to have limits and good structure around them to help them to be successful and to learn with their own style, their own strengths, their own weaknesses, and that's been fantastic here.
Great, thank you. How are your beliefs about teaching demonstrated in your personal teaching style?
Again, because special education, a lot of individualization. I think the ALEX program is great for that. I do a lot of math teaching, and so that's wonderful that program kind of individualizes for kids and helps them review things over and over again that it tests them to struggle with. So that makes my job a lot easier. And I would say so. Also, the other piece of that is, I think, for any good teacher, and there's so many of them here, is just those personal relationships with kids and being able to tell, is it a rough day? What can we do to make today work for you?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Great. What can you do to strengthen and improve the teaching profession?
I think as teachers, we sometimes get kind of isolated, and I think the things that we can do is to continue to encourage each other. I have done a lot of push-in with other regular ed teachers, and we learn so much from each other, and I think just supporting that, sometimes you forget to tell somebody, wow, what a great idea, and I took that idea and I did this with it, or that with it. And so I think for me, that's one way we really support each other,
Right.
and keep that communication going about affirming each other, and some days if you're having a rough day, to remember to say that to somebody. I admire you so much for this or that, and it really brings you around, I think.
Super. What is or what should be the basis for accountability in the teaching profession?
I think that's a really tough question. I think that I do know that part of that is looking at test scores, and I don't say that that's invalid, but I also think that, especially with my background and working with the students that I do, it's hard to always tell if some kid is fantastic if they score basic. To say that our goal is for every single kid to reach this certain level, some students have disabilities that don't allow for that, but they've made huge growth. So I think you have to look at the growth of the individual student, and I also think that some of the accountability is a personal thing. You see the kids personally grow, and I think that's a really hard thing to put in a number. So.
Yes. Okay, super. What factors influenced you to become a teacher? Describe what you consider to be your greatest contributions to and accomplishments in education.
When I was in high school, I met a girl, her name was Joan Davis, and she was in a wheelchair, and I did like some service I love a service that we have the kids do, but honestly, she had so little movement, it would take her almost an hour to just put her makeup on every day. But she did it every day. She was her personal best, and it really motivated me to try to do that same sort of thing for other kids, to try to help them in spite of whatever their strengths or weaknesses are, to find the best in themselves and be willing to put that forward every day. So that really influenced me. to go into special education. And I don't remember the second part of the question, sorry.
So what were your greatest contributions to and accomplishments in education? So probably what you said.
So yes, that, and some of the things that I've gotten to do that have been exciting. When I taught in Belton, we got to set up an alternative school for kids that were short on credits or maybe had gotten in a situation where they couldn't come to school for one reason or the other, and they could come at night and work on credits on computers, and they were very successful with that. I've worked with trying to, I guess those are the specific things
That's great.
my mind is kind of going by.
Super. Okay, last question. Why do you enjoy working for Frontier Schools?
You know, I've been with Lee Summit for a number of years, and it's a great school district. But I've really enjoyed with Frontier, it's a smaller situation. Everybody in the building pretty much knows every kid, and it's really great to see, again, with the special ed perspective, that, you know, all our kids get that attention. Everybody knows everybody. I think that's fantastic. Also, I feel like we're working with students who really, some of them have had some real disadvantages in their lives, and I think it's fantastic that we can, if anything can help bring them out of difficulty, it is going to be, you know, their education. And so to try to help them be the best they can be and have a brighter future, that means a lot to me, and I'm really glad to be part of that.
Great, thank you so much. I can certainly see why you were selected as the District Teacher of the Year, so thank you for all you do.
And thank you very much. I feel very honored, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.